Everyone, it's me B and I'm on today to do my October roundup. Okay, so let's start off with activities. So in October in the UK it was Black kind of History Month, so I based my activities around that. I went to go and watch a film in the cinema that was part of that Black History Month called Gemini Man. It starred Will Smith. It was kind of like an action kind of sci-fi kind of film, and basically it was about an assassin who Will Smith played, who was 51 in the film, and he wanted to retire from his work. So basically, unbeknown to him, the people that he worked for, they had cloned a younger version of him because he was so kind of good at his job, and they had assigned that the guy that they cloned to kill him. So that was a bit about that, and they kind of met up and stuff. And they also done a third clone. So in the film, Will Smith and his younger clone, they were kind of empathic and kind of sensitive, even though they were powerful people. But the one that they had cloned, the last one, had no feelings whatsoever. He felt no emotion. So that was quite an interesting film. I also went to a library in Wanstead because there was, this again was part of the Black History Month, and there was a talk on about black or Afro hair. There was a trichologist that's actually written a book about menopausal hair, and you know, it's just a talk, and she spoke about three types of hair, which was Caucasian hair, Asian hair, and Afro hair. And she was explaining that Afro hair is the most problematic out of all the three types of hair. And she was just talking about how it was important to dye it, how it was important to moisturize, what her service does. She went through her book, and she also spoke about the aging process as well. So that was good. I also quite enjoyed going to that library because most libraries that I've come across now in the UK, they tend to have combined with Costco Coffee, and they're like one-stop shops. And they don't have the traditional library feel about them no more. A lot of the staff don't seem to be librarian trained. Like the Dewey Decimal cataloguing system, which I quite like, doesn't seem to be no more. It tends to be like colour coding, and all the books are out of order most of the time, and they don't reflect what's in the catalogue. But this library that I went to for this talk, it was like an old-fashioned library. A lot of the staff looked like they were librarians, and they used the Dewey Decimal system, so I was able to retrieve books that I liked by subjects. That was good. Moving on to books and stuff, I didn't actually read anything this month at all, to be quite honest. Instagram, I done 2 challenges. The first one was a Lenormand challenge by Patricia Western Witch, and that was like a daily challenge for the whole of October, where we was given questions that were based around Halloween, and then we were asked to do 3 card spreads for each question daily. That was good because it kind of brushed up my Lenormand skills. And the second challenge that I done was Tarot for Growth October, which was posted by Bojo Witchcraft, and I used my deck from my autumn collection for that. So, which is also good because I find with Instagram challenges, it gives you the opportunity to kind of work with decks and know whether you actually want to keep those decks in your collection. I also was working with the Modern Witch Tarot, which was gifted to me for review by Eliminal 11. So I used that tarot deck for the whole of October to do like daily card of a day pulls. Okay, so moving on to tarot decks. I bought this deck, which is the Children's Tarot deck, and I also bought the Children's Animal Spirit Tarot deck. I have done a flip through about these 2 decks on a video that I done called Children Inspired Decks. So now I'm going to flip the camera around and just show you a couple of decks and a magazine that I received in the month of October. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so I've turned the camera around. The first thing I want to talk to you about is a magazine that I received in October called the Historical. It was the first edition, winter edition, issue 1. I'm not quite sure whether this is a one-off or whether it's going to be like a monthly or quarterly thing. But it's written by, I think it's Stephen Bright and Kim Arnold, and it is just basically articles, news and reviews from names in cartomancy. Okay, so this is the first edition, picture of Liz and Steve. Let's see what's in here. So I haven't actually read it as yet because I'm going to read it this week. So it talks about the justice card as a mediation, using oracle cards as a creative prompt. You Know Your Questions by Liz Dean. Tarot Through the Eyes of a Witch by Stephen Aidan. Getting Back in Touch, a review of Soul Touch Journals by Stephen Bright. How we can connect with our oracles, and so on and so forth. So it looks quite interesting. And if I do like this edition, and it is available as a quarterly or a monthly thing, I might actually take this up. So this is the historical magazine. Okay, a tarot deck that I bought for the month of October is this one. It's called The Influence of the Angels Tarot. Patsy from Magical Musings channel made me buy this deck because she showcased it, and it's just a really nice deck. So I'll just show you a few cards. So it's kind of like Rider-Waite-Smith inspired. Comes with this really beautiful guidebook that outlines the meaning of the cards, and it talks about the symbols, the shadow meaning, the upright meaning, and it gives you an angelic message as well for each of the cards. It also goes into some of the spreads that you can use as well, which is quite good. It's very informative, I feel. That's a little black book. I'll just show you some of the cards. So like I said before, they're Rider-Waite-Smith inspired. Look at that, really nice gold gilding. It comes with a couple of cards, so you get a minor numbering meaning, so it tells you the numerology of each suit, 1 to 10, and it also gives you meanings for the court cards. So for example, for the page it says youth and potential. Knights, the confidence, establishment of oneself in the world. The Queen, nurturing the woman's role in society. And the King, leadership, foundation and structure. Then it gives you another card that kind of talks about each of the 4 suits, their element and what they mean. So for example, cups are associated with water, and it's to do with deep feel emotion, intuition and psychic sensitivity. And it gives you some kind of like keywords as well. So these are the cards. I'll just show you a few of them. So you've got the 3 of Wands. Isn't that gorgeous? 2 of Wands. And the Hermit card. Okay, so that's the first deck that I received for the month of October. Okay, and then this was gifted to me by Patsy. It's the Witcher's Oracle. It's an 8-stone divination set based on the pagan festivals. Can be used for simple or complex readings. Full instructions and pouch included. So you kind of get these instructions here. Sorry for the noise, that there's workmen downstairs. So it gives you a bit on how to use the oracle. I mean, it's got sacred spiral, candle, broomstick, chalice, pendulum, cauldron, athane and goddess symbols. So I have to actually read this and figure out how to work it. But in this lovely silver pouch, you kind of like get the stones with the symbols on there. Can you see? I'm sure these are real stones. Look, that's a candle symbol. That's the pendulum symbol. So it looks like it's a really interesting divination set, and I really look forward to kind of like, you know, working with it and learning a bit more about it. Okie dokie. Patsy also gifted me this Circle of Life tarot deck. This is a 78 card round deck. Artwork is by Maria Stefano. So it comes with this little square book. I think it's written in 2 languages. So the English part of it is 45 pages. So you get your spread there. So this is a year spread. And then it kind of outlines the cards, gives you their meanings, mainly their outright meanings for all of the cards. So that's quite a nice little book. And the deck is just basically a round deck. That's the backs of the decks. Aren't they gorgeous? I think they're Rider-Waite inspired, and it's just got the number on each card. No archetype name, but if you know your archetypes, you'd know that this is the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. Cardstock is kind of in between. It's the Empress. So these are the decks and the book, well, the magazine I should say, that I received for the month of October. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.